Yikes. All right, everybody. We just started recording this session. Hey, Francis in Barcelona, Pittsburgh, Cape Coral. Awesome. You live in Dubai. Love Dubai. Absolutely. One of my favorite cities. Have to return there soon. Love it, love it, love it. All right, Australia. We do have 2 to 3 members that are from Australia in our room. Trinidad. Oh my goodness, awesome guys. Good mornings, and thank you so much for coming here to our open house. We are going to start with our analysis very soon, but before we do that, Vero Beach, David, awesome. All right, before we do that, just a little bit of things that we need to clear out. I know there are a lot of new people that are still logging in today. We are fully booked and fully packed. We are at capacity with Zoom. So my name is Anka Metcalf. For those of you that are here for the very first time, welcome. I am the CEO and founder of TradeOutLoud.com, which is a trading education firm that specializes in training and in teaching individuals how to day trade, swing trade, and actively invest, and also invest in any kind of market and in any kind of market condition. I have been doing this professionally for over 20 years. I come with 10 plus years in investment banking. I also run a swing trading service for stocks and ETFs since 2010 with transparent track record that is on our website. Also run the futures trading room, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. That is since 2017, where we have tons of members that are prominent members in our room. Most of the members that have been with us since the inception in 2017. I have managed day trading and swing trading accounts for my clients. I offer trading education for swing trading and day trading for stocks and futures, but not limited to stocks and futures. I do specialize in high velocity trades. What that means is that I'm looking for the sweet spot for that explosive move. So I am limited in trades. I only take between 1 and 3 trades a day. And depending on the market context, I may decide to quit after my first trade if I have, for example, reached my target for today, because this is the purpose of these high velocity trades. Instead of taking 7 trades or 15 trades in a day, when you're in and out and you're scraping literally ticks, 2 ticks here, 3 ticks there, 2 points here, lose 5 points, and so on, I go for bigger points. In fact, you're never going to hear me about ticks. I'm also the designer of an institutional proprietary trading system that is based on price support resistance, but there is a catch because I focus on the 8 layers of price support resistance and I focus on confluence areas. I also specialize in specific trigger times. You're going to hear me throughout the trading session today mention some times like 9:32, 9:35, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11:15, and we're done. Also specialize in specific price zones. And the reason for that is because I know, and we know in advance, we teach it in our course, where institutions are more likely to leg in. And more likely, I mean 99.9% of the time, because there are specific price zones that they leg in. Because as you know, they're not like us where I'm entering a trade with, for example, my position size, right? So if I want to take 1 contract or if I want to take 10 contracts, right? Whatever the case is, I simply put my limit order in and I get filled. But they're trading with thousands and hundreds of thousands of contracts. So for that reason, they cannot get in at a specific price with all their contracts. So they have to scale in. And these are the price zones where they leg in. Also, chart synchronicity and divergency is very important because this is going to show us if there is any turbulence in the market or if there's going to be some kind of chaotic price action. This is the first thing that we look at actually every single morning. I'm pretty sure that when you logged into the trading room, you clicked on agree, meaning that you have read our risk disclaimer. And basically what we're saying here is that all information provided by Trade Out Loud is for educational purpose only. It should not be construed as investment advice. Regarding the purchase or sale of securities, options, futures, forex, or any financial instrument of any kind. So if you guys want to hear more or learn more about Trade Out Loud, you can head on to our website, which is tradeoutloud.com, but don't do it now. Just do it after the session, okay? And also you can visit us on our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. Rules of the game, no questions in the first hour. Our number one priority is trading. So I have to be super geared into trading. Those of you that have been with me for a very long time and are permanent members, of course, you can input your trading ideas and what you're watching in the chat box. We will allocate time at the end of the trading session for a Q&A. Now, if you have asked a question yesterday and was not answered, please, at the end of the session, type it in here again. It is not that I ignored you. It probably, kind of like scrolled through it and I did not see it. Now, small account sizes can participate in any trade setups using micros. If you're here for the very first time, please watch the dynamics, especially if you intend on continuing after day 3. Position sizing is key. We recommend traders to use 1 or 2% of their actual account size. Risk per trade, which means that if we're going to have, for example, 3 trades today, you should be using about 3% if you're using 1% per trade. The way I trade, because I trade a considerable size, what I do is I exit half of my trade at target 1. I exit the next quarter at target 2, and the rest I trail, meaning that if I have a target 3 or 4 or 7, I am not going to scale into those targets, but rather hold the entire last lot by price action trailing. If trading with 1 contract, so if you have a small account, if you're too lazy to position size and you have a bigger account, so whether full or micro, traders will look to trail since no partial profits are possible. The way we do it, I will give guidance and based on price action. So for example, if we reach, for example, target 1 where I scale out half, if the time permit, if the trade permits, and if the technicals permit, I will mention to raise the stop to break even. Therefore, from that point on, you're going to have a risk-free trade, and it's better to have a small piece of the pie than no pie at all. A sample of the way the trades are called, for example, if I will call the S&P long, you will see the symbol. You will see the direction, whether L or S, whether it's long or short. The first number is going to represent the entry. The X is going to represent buy. The stop is going to be the second number. And then we will have the targets posted, but do not worry because, oh, by the way, guys, I'm really sorry. We are actually changing our whole sprinkler system here at the house, and there's going to be some noise. So I do apologize for that. If you hear some background noise, that is literally they're working outside my wall right here, my office. All right. So don't worry about the targets. I will walk you through the targets. I will be on the mic the whole entire time, just like I am every single day in the trading room, and I will guide you and tell you what you need to do through a target. So you're not going to be on your own. This is a complete hand-holding system. If market is fast, if the market is fast, the trade will only be called on the mic. This happens once in a blue moon. It happens probably a couple of times a year. So it's not likely that we're going to have this happen. But if this should happen today, please note that I trade, so it will take a great amount of time before I take the trade and then start posting it. So you will hear the parameters on the microphone. You will hear the entry, you will hear the stop, you will hear the targets. And then if I have time, I will post it into the room. All trades will be called on the live mic. Please be on time. If you're late, we will not answer the questions that have been already addressed. What to expect? In a few moments, we will begin our pre-market game plan, and we will be looking at NASDAQ, the S&P. We're going to look at the Dow, Russell, oil, and gold. We're going to be analyzing the current market context to have a deeper look into what will be happening and what we can expect for the trading session today. We will be going over the news and analyzing the impact on price action, especially today. As you can see, the market already snapped higher. Major earnings reports from prior day close and current days open. We're just going to take a look at some names, and if there is some significant action into those specific stocks, I will mention it, but we don't have any today, so we will just go over the stocks. We're going to be trying to identify trading opportunities before the open and try to figure out what is the preferred, let's say, index, because every single day based on synchronicity and divergency, we select what to trade because we want to trade something that has the capacity to move faster. One of the indices is going to move faster than the other. And sometimes this happens. Sometimes they're all in sync and you're going to see a really nice blend of action. Then we're going to be waiting for a trade. There's going to be some downtime. There's going to be some quiet time. You're probably going to wonder, it's like, is she still on the mic? Yes, I'm on the mic. I'm never shutting off my mic. We're going to be determining the execution of the strategy and parameters of the trade. And then we're going to trail live. At the end, we're going to do a quick recap of the session. We focus on momentum, continuation patterns, trend trading, counter trend trading, and also swing trading. So the way trades are called, once again, to provide clarity, all trades will be called out loud on the mic. All trades will be posted in the trading room chat with caps. If it's not a momentum trade, if it is a momentum trade, there may not be a lot of time to post the trade in the chat box. However, it would be called on the mic and it would be later posted into the chat box. We do have a recording, so nobody will say or think that we didn't call the trade. So for full transparency, we only use limit orders because we know where our entries are. We never scale in and we always scale out. Or if you're trading a full size contract, you're going, whether micro or full size, you're going to receive guidance for that. Sample of a call trade again. So first of all, we're going to type in the symbol that we're going to be trading, the direction, whether long or short. The first number is going to represent the entry. The second number is going to represent the stop. And then we're going to have targets. We may have 1 target, 3 targets, or 5 targets, depending on how the chart is setting up. All right, so with that being said, let's get started with earnings. And today it's a beautiful day. Once again, it is Wednesday. It is August 10th, 2022. It is 9:16 a.m. Eastern time right now. And right before the open, we had Wix that reported earnings. Wendy's, this is one of my favorite stocks. It's a very small stock. It's great for a little bit of investing if you're doing that. If the parameters are setting up right, because I like to look at those as well. Fox reported earnings, and yesterday after the close, Coinbase reported earnings. So as you can see, we don't have a lot of big players in the trading session today. However, after the close today, we have Disney that will be reporting earnings. And this is a big player. Where and how? Well, it will impact the Dow, right? It'll impact the Dow. So tomorrow when we're going to meet again, we're going to take a look at Disney. All right, not a lot of other relevant earnings for us in here. All right, so today was literally the big day for the CPI and the core CPI. You actually saw the reaction that we had, and we're about 10 minutes into the open right now, and I'm looking at chart patterns that we're going to get to in just a second. But I think we're going to be calling a trade before we actually dive into the analysis, and then we're going to dive into the analysis because things may start moving relatively fast. And at 10 o'clock, we also have wholesale inventories, and that's going to be it's not going to be a really high impact. At 10:30, we have crude oil inventories. At 1 o'clock, we have the 10-year bond auction, and 2 o'clock, we have the federal budget balance. And that's pretty much for right now. I'm going to take you guys into this screen first because we're going to be calling the first trade. And the first one that I like, well, they're pretty much setting up the same, but Dow has a little bit more relative strength. So I'm going to call a trade right now. So it's going to be the Dow long. It's going to be over 33,200. And we're going to be applying a stop of 33. I would like to use 100, but I'm going to give it a little bit of more room, and we're going to be adjusting it as it's going into targets. And let's apply a stop right now with 33,065. Okay. And we're going to have targets. Targets. Here we go. I just clicked on enter fairly quickly. The first target that we're going to be looking for is going to be 33,250. So I'm just going to put 250 down. We're going to look for 280. We're going to look for 300, and we may go by trailing because we have room by trailing into 400. All right. So called the trade first. It's looking fairly good. All the indices, I kind of like Dow this morning. It has a really nice pattern and it's holding up the best, and probably the Dow stocks. I took a peek before I came on the mic, and they were in a lot better shape than NASDAQ stocks. The mini S&P, if you want, additionally, it could also be a trade over 4,200, and we have 4185 for the stop. All right, so this is it right now. So we have a trade that is posted in here. So we could dive into the analysis right now. So order placed. All right, so let's check out and see. We're going to begin with the Dow. Yesterday, I was telling you guys that the Dow is holding above the 10 exponential moving average, breaking out following the CPI numbers this morning. It has a really nice room to run at least into the 400 to 450 for this week, and even a little bit higher if it should do so. It's in a nice macro buy setup with an inside and out, and it is also trying to burst above the 10 EMA there. So that's pretty good. Fairly strong base on the daily, offering continuation onto the 1H chart. Now the mini S&P is pretty much setting up the same way the Dow is, because it is finally breaking out. We have been talking about the 4,200 level in yesterday's trading session. You could see that we had a first tap. We actually had it move 1.5 points above the 4,200, and it will have a void all the way, as you guys can see it, all the way into, this is going to be the first target into 12. So you guys can see that we have all these levels right here. And by the way, for those of you that are watching overnight, you know, and those of you that took the course, you guys see that you had the levels from the overnight right here. So you could have traded it immediately right after the CPI numbers. All right, so the mini S&P looks fairly good. I'm going to put an additional trade idea right here. So if you want to take the mini S&P long, the mini S&P long is going to be over 4,200, 4200. That is going to be the entry. So long 4200. The stop is going to be 4185. And also the targets are going to be into that 12. So the first target is going to be 4206. And then we have 4210. And of course, we have huge divergence between 42, that is 12, through 4220. Okay, so these are the divergent areas, heavy resistance into this area. So keep that in mind, because you know what happens into resistance. We the price has a tendency to pull back. So that is resist. Let me see if I got it right. Resistance. The typing is killing me here. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. So let's get back into our analysis. So that's the mini S&P. NASDAQ was a little bit weaker in yesterday's trading session, but it did exactly what we said it was going to do, right? Because we said that we can potentially be bearish from about 100 to about 13,000. Oh, wow, surprise, right? So it had a low all the way to 63. That is because it rooted into the 10 EMA. It snapped higher today based on the CPI numbers. And yes, it is going higher. Okay, so we have a target. As you can see here, is trading above the first bullish above level. It also has a bullish above level over 390, and it also has a little bit of resistance here into the 420. So it has a little bit more resistance than the Dow, than the mini S&P. That's why I chose the Dow and the mini S&P. All right, and last index is RTY. RTY is doing a beautiful sandwich on the daily, and as you can see, wow, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it has room to run to 2000 and 2010, just like I've mentioned in yesterday's trading session. Any kind of pullback in RTY, if that's going to be your preference, is going to be a buy. Oil, let's take a quick look at oil. Oil doesn't have any kind of buy setups or sell setups, so oil is not going to be in play. You guys can see that we don't have any technical levels in oil, and that is because it's not going to be in play today by us. GC, the swing trade that we have initiated on Monday, already has achieved target 1. We had a target between 20 and 25. It had already achieved target 1. No changes in the trail, as this trade has the potential to continue within the next 2 to 3 days to 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, and we also had another trade in natural gas, right? If you guys remember, we called a trade in natural gas. I don't know how many of you guys swing trade commodities, but we do here once in a while, and we do it exactly when the pattern permits. So the trade in natural gas is 792. And as you can see here, we had a flurry into 795. So we're already into the trade. The stop is 750, and we're looking for a first target into $8, second target into $8.15, and so on. Okay, so the trade is a swing trade. It is not a day trade. We have fairly about 4 minutes to go into the open. We're not going to be analyzing anything else, and we're going to be focusing on these beautiful patterns that we have right now. The Dow is setting up for a breakout right now before the open, so my orders are in. I also have order in the mini S&P as well. And so far, so good. We're holding before the market opens. Now, remember that you're going to get a big influx, and this may be one of those days where we may be done in about 15 minutes. Yes, that's the day. All right, we love these days because we don't like to be chained to the computer. Okay, I mean, I don't. All right, so I'm glad to see everybody in here. Again, we have a full capacity room. So thanks so much for understanding with all the questions, especially in the morning. Okay. All right, so we are getting ready to rock and roll. We are about 3 minutes into the open. Wow, that was a marathon of a pre-market game plan. Just age question. Should we wait for the open? No, I'm not waiting for the open. So Rangy, what is my price and what? You find the parameters of all the trades if you scroll above. I'm not going to repeat them. Okay, you have them typed into the room. All right, so we are 2 points away from triggering in the Dow, 2 points away from triggering in the Dow. Here we go. We are order filled. And we're looking for targets. Like I said, the first target that we're going to look for is going to be into the 250. I'm going to scale out half into the 250. Those of you guys that have very small accounts and want to chunk it out, you could close it at 250, or you can bring your stop to break even. It's your preference, your account, giving you options. It's not very often that we take trades right ahead of the open. But when the pattern is there, and when we have the news release that already came out, there's nothing else to digest, then we should have a continuation of the current price action. So the problem area for, and by the way, the mini S&P trigger is at 4,200. We are less than 2 ticks away, 1 tick away from the high, 2 ticks away from where we are trading right now. The Dow is already taking off, and remember the first target is 250. 35 seconds into the open. Nice bull flag formation and RTY. RTY looks like it wants to snap higher. So if your preference is RTY, and if you want to take RTY, this is an alternative trade idea. If you want to take RTY, it's going to be a long, and the entry for the long is going to be over 53. So that is 1953. That is the trigger point. And if you want to apply a stop, there's always going to be a little bit of divergence off the open, but if you want to apply a stop, 43, so it's going to be 1943. I don't encourage you guys to take like all the trades, just take one. If you're here for the first time, take one in a simulated account you look for. All right, the market has opened. We are open. We are 30 seconds into the session. A little bit of balancing here. Very quiet open. I'm going to put some alerts in so you have a visual of where the stop is going to be. So 85 is the stop for the mini S&P. And we have 65 right here, a little bit wider stop. And that's because of the open balancing that we're having. All right, so you have the alerts. These represent our stops. Very strong bullish base. The Dow is holding a lot better than any other indices at this point. S&P is pulling back. Is tapping into the 10 EMA. It also has a confluence level here. And notice when it pulled back, and by the way, these levels were traced from yesterday and actually were traced on Monday morning of these green ones. So you can see when the pullback happened, it pulled back in the overnight, right? This is the overnight session all the way into the 9:30. It pulled back exactly prior to the CPI numbers. It pulled back right into this area. S&P is right into support. I'm not using any tools, Nitin Gupta. I'm not using any tools for my chart analysis. I'm doing my own market analysis based on price action. And like I said, RTY, that is another trade idea. I know some of you guys said that you prefer RTY, or you may prefer S&P, or you may prefer NASDAQ. When I take a trade, I mostly focus on what is in play and what has relative strength. So I'm not one of those traders that have blinders on and say, It's going to be the mini S&P. Yes, master, mini S&P is what I do every day. No, I'm not a market maker. Okay. So I'm a trader. So I go where the money is. So, yeah. Hey, yeah, it's going to be a volatile morning. And so far, not really that volatile. It's holding on pretty well. We already have, and what I'm looking at right now is to get into the 9:35 timing, because that's going to help a lot. So if we hold the lows into the 9:35, that's going to be a big plus for us. So if we get the mini S&P above 4,200, so the mini S&P has not triggered yet. If you see the price, that is actually trading above 4,200, and if it's going to do that between 9:35 and 9:45, then it's going to take off. Okay, that's a pure indication. And the more it holds that low going into 10 o'clock, then you will we will have a successful trade. Lorena, how do we determine relative strength? We teach that in our class. It's actually in day one. It's a fairly easy process, because you have to go where the money is. Other than that, you would just be what? You would just be trading in the S&P because you don't know any better. But there are certain times, for example, tomorrow. So be here tomorrow, because you're going to see that the Dow. So I know from today that the Dow is going to be a bigger mover than the mini S&P or NASDAQ or Russell. So I'm probably so now it's 9:35 a.m. on a Wednesday, August 10th. And I know that I'm probably 90% sure that I'm going to be trading the Dow tomorrow at the open. All right. So NASDAQ is pulling back a little bit. Russell is holding a whole lot better. In case you guys are interested in NASDAQ, the trigger, like I said, it's 53. I'm just gonna put it out here just to keep tabs on it to see how it works out. All right, so I'm looking through my panel here, and I'm seeing that the VIX is trading right into support. It's trading into the Monday lows at $22, and that's futures VIX. I'm seeing the dollar lower, the euro higher. I'm seeing sideways action in metals right now. Natural gas looks fairly strong. Oil looks, gasoline looks a little bit stronger. The rest look a little bit weaker. I'm going to take a look through stocks and see how the stocks are shaping into the first. I know it's really early, and I typically look at those into 10 o'clock or so. So let's see now. Apple breakout, Microsoft breakout. We have Amazon that is trying to tackle the 145. We have Tesla doing a rotation and coming in. You saw it come in. So the last 4 days. We have Google possibly for a breakout. So let's watch NASDAQ, because I'm seeing a little bit of strength in NASDAQ. So NASDAQ may come in with a little bit of strength. We have Meta, which is trying to break out. Twitter is on the rise as well. So we do have some strength. We also have some Dow stocks here that are fairly bullish, like financials. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. So let's pay attention again to the mini S&P. We have Caterpillar. So yeah, that's going to provide some strength. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So the mini S&P, has tapped into the 4185. And if you took the trade, that trade has stopped. We're going to look at it again to tackle it again. So that's stopped. Jared, why did you stop out of YM? If you're here in the trading room, you have to follow me. How did you choose your stop? Why did you choose 155? What is 155 for you? What is 155 for YM? Where'd you come up with that? Where'd you come up with 155? You just like that number? Maybe play it as a lottery, but that doesn't represent a stop. No, scroll up. You even have this here. I marked it in here. Guys, pay attention. I even marked it in here and I said, I am going to mark it. Okay, well, too bad. You have a stop at now. Oh, well. All right, so I was saying that financials are strong. Okay, so because financials are strong, let's keep an eye on the mini S&P because the mini S&P may try to recalibrate and may start taking off again. Okay, so mini S&P, keep an eye on it. Nope, the parameters are going to be different this time. If we get a pullback in S&P, it may want to pull back into the 70s. See this purple line? So we may want to pull back into this area right here, but we'll see. Notice that the Dow is holding fairly well, very, very well right now. Five-minute possible rotation in ES. I'm stalking it again. ES, I'm going to hit it again. 41.92. $41.92 by 41.80. The rest of the targets in the mini S&P are going to be the same. We have 3 minutes into 9:45 reaction time. I do apologize for the noise. Are you guys hearing the noise from here? Do you guys hear any noise? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I do have a noise canceling mic, but I didn't think it would be that effective. Like it's so loud here. Thanks so much. You cannot believe how loud it is, and it's right outside of my window. Okay. Remember, the Russell idea is still in play. I kind of like it a lot. I think I'm going to take a little bit of it too. Very quiet open, very quiet, timid open, I would say. All right, here we go, 41.92. $41.92. We had a shake and bake in S&P this morning, no problemo. That is one bullet in an ocean of trades. 4,200 is going to be target 1. We are about 10 points away right now from target 1 and YM. RTY, I'm going to take RTY. I'm going to take it. All right, put my order in. Here we go. Order filled. Let's go for a first target of 1960. And if we have room higher for RTY, by the way, we're trading beyond target 1 and YM. Yeah, 60 is going to be a big target, and then we're going to go for 65. Those are the targets. Oh, you're kidding, Peter? Seriously? Didn't cancel the noise for you. No, I'm not eating. I'm not eating. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing anything. Okay. So target 1 is hit. Stay in, even if you are going to just follow me here. We're gonna move. No, let's keep the 5-minute in. Let's keep the 5-minute in because we have momentum. There's no trailing yet, guys. No trailing yet. So we're back again. We're back again in ES. We have RTY and we have YM. YM, look for 80. Now I'm going to tell you this. When we hit 80 in YM, I want small accounts to start trailing. I'm going to give you the trail stop that I see, that I suggest you use. We have a nice formation in NASDAQ here, but I'm not going to take it. NASDAQ extremely bullish over 55. So 56, 57 is going to be the trigger. The price action is going to push it towards 80. I'm not going to take that one. Just FYI, I'm noticing a little bit. So there are some stronger names within NASDAQ, but not a lot. Okay, we're back to 50. Okay, so if you guys are trading with only one contract, you could put your stop in YM at break even. Only those of you guys that are trading with one contract, or if you have small accounts, if you can't take the heat. Like if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. So that would be your kitchen area. So the break even would be your kitchen area. Do not lock in anything. If we start breaking above 65 to 67, that is an inflection point. We just made a new high right now at 63. Okay. We literally are about 2 points, less than 2 points away from target 1 in S&P. I'm going to scale out half. Very sluggish NASDAQ. See, money's not going into NASDAQ today. Money's going into the Dow today. Mostly into the Dow. We have 99.5 in S&P. Our targeted 1 is 4,200. Make sure that you take, I'm going to take out half at 4,200, and then I'm going to try to reduce my stop I'm going to try to figure out if I can push my stop a little bit higher. We have a high 68 in YM. We have just a little bit to go into that 280 target. Like I said, if YM is going to punch over 67 or 68 and may have some more juice in it, the trail stop right now in the Dow would be 230, but I'm not calling it yet. Not calling it yet. I don't want you guys to put it hard on your platforms because I don't want any of the brokers to see where our stops are. So I'm going to tell you where to take it off or to try to have that potential stop. We're trying to, and we have, again, a little bit of a slowdown in momentum, but we're grinding. So this can snap in any moment. We are about 67, so we can continue now. We have momentum to about 73 to 75. YM trail 230, everybody. Trail stop 230. Trail stop 230. If we lose momentum and if we punch in 230, the price is going to come in back to 200 and possibly back to 155. All right, we are 3 ticks away from target 1, gorgeous target in RTY. Glad I took that as well. Bam, target 1 at RTY. Target 1 in RTY. If you have a small account, take it all out at here at target 1. Remember, pullbacks are imminent after you hit target 1. If you don't have strong momentum, and it looks like we really don't have a lot of strong momentum. And by the way, guys, 4,200 and S&P hit right on the nose. So I am half out as well. I'm not raising my stop, not raising my stop yet. Not raising my stop in S&P, guys. Not yet. Oh. Come on, market. Hey, Reginald. Come on, market. Trying to figure out and see here if we have some momentum. Very low momentum, very low volume, guys. Very, very low volume. As much as I want. So here's the deal. If you guys want to put your stop at break even in S&P, you can do so if you want. I'm going to stay in. So if you follow me, you can stay in. I think that, you know what? Yeah, I think we can, based on the 5, we can bring the stop to break even in S&P here. We should have had a nice continuation. Yeah, stop at break even and stop at break even in S&P. It's at 93. S&P stop at break even. S&P stop at break even. As far as why I'm still holding, Hey, Jody, take a look at MES here. Here's the 4,200 and MES. Both MES and ES have tapped into the 4,200. I had an order I got filled in ES. It didn't trigger. I'm trading on Thinkorswim. I'm trading full size and it triggered. Any of you guys trade Thinkorswim and don't have the 4,200? All right, so we are out of YM at break even. Probably it was a long line, seriously. And there was not a lot of volume. So it's like first come, first serve. Okay. Yeah, probably. Like I said, we're trading in a little bit of a thinner environment. We may have another trade going on, but let me just see what we're going to be doing here. Okay, here comes that noise again from the sprinkler guys. We're stalking again. Jim, we are all out of YM. We're all out of YM. We may re-enter. Hey, Riaz, market is absorbing CPI news. Yes, it's just digesting that piece of news. Hey, Laura, MES did not trigger for you either. Okay. The market is thinner this morning. I've noticed that. Exactly, David. Thin market, thin market. Hey, Thamer, when it's extended enough. Yes, if it happens overnight, you will be alerted on the private Twitter feed. but there's no reason to put the stop, to raise the stop just because it hit target 1. You have to have a technical level, and we don't have it. So when we have it, we're going to be raising it. It definitely needs to close above that level today, and that would be a true indication that we're going to be lifting the stop up. So by 4 p.m., if the price is going to get into the 1825 to 1830, and if we close into that area, then we're going to probably bring the stop to at or around, not really into break even, but probably a little bit higher. Yeah, it's a bouncy bounce game today. Bouncy bounce. How many of you guys are in RTY still? How many of you guys are in RTY and did not kill it at break even? How many of you guys are still in RTY type of 1? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? RTY, RTY. Okay, cool. Because RTY is holding the 10 EMA. That's why I'm saying. Mark, you cut. Yes, the volume is really, really bad. Exactly, Doji Man. So we have an interesting 5-minute doji. Interesting 5-minute doji here. So if we should be trading above 56, and if we get back into 56, 58 area, we will be reducing the stop in RTY, those of us that are still in. We got those 5-minute rotations lining up in ES, and in fact, why I'm already triggered, why I'm nice above the 10 EMA. Very sluggish NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, I don't know, it may be in play later, but it's trading between 2 heavy duty bands. So we're having this massive support into the 230 that is holding. If it snaps over 85, it's probably going to run a little bit higher, but it has another resistance band right here into the 20s. I do like M&E S&P again over 42. I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to hit M&E S&P long again. It's going to be 4201 for the entry. And we're going to apply a stop. It's going to be wider this time. 4180. We're going to be looking for the same targets in S&P. So you guys got it. 06, 10, 12, 15, 20. That 12 to 20 is going to be problematic. So the first 2 targets are essential. All right, Russell still going. Excuse me. Once we get it over 60, we're going to look for 65. Once we get it over 60. Russell is doing pretty well right now. Thank you, Doji Man. We have some really nice strong bases in S&P and then YM here. Also base breakout and continuation. So R2I should be good to go, but let's see. Hey Pamela, S&P gonna have to hit us. Yeah, probably. Probably. Russell targets 1960, 1965. Entry 53 by 43. That's Russell. We already hit target 1. We're looking for continuation and to raise the stop a little bit. Volume is extremely low. In fact, the volume is lower than yesterday. At 10:30, we have crude oil inventories. And we're pretty much out of these news events. That's all we have. 10:30 crude oil inventories. New high for YM. We're not in YM anymore. If you guys are still in YM, look for 80. 80 is going to be the next target where you scale. And I'm going to be back in an S&P at 42. Hey, bro, parameters are in room. If you scroll up, you're going to see it. S&P stop 4180, entry 4200, stop 4180. If you're looking for parameters, guys, please scroll until you see the parameters. I post all the trades in caps, so they're fairly easy to find. The S&P is putting up a battle into that 4,200. Yeah, but we're Doji Man, we're just oil inventory numbers at 10 o'clock, so that's going to be a problem. Here's the entry in S&P. And here are the targets in S&P. Russell doing a sandwich. It really wants to top out this 58. 2 points away from 80 in YM. See, the Dow is moving a whole lot better than anything else here, but we may get a big breakout over 60 in RTY. So we are still in RTY and we have a brand new trade in S&P over 4,200. Honeywell doing really well this morning. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan financials are leading. I don't know what the holdup is in S&P, probably waiting for oil numbers, not sure. Bank of America ripping to the upside over 35. Trading right now at 35, target one hit. If you're in the stock swing program with me, we hit target in Bank of America. And pretty cool price action in Apple. In Apple, we hit 3 targets in Apple. We have one more into the 170. Doji Man's trade, Chewy. We're trading pre-market at 48.88. Beautiful. Yes, Peter, exactly right. They should be pushing a little bit S&P, but they're not as powerful. Phyllis, time to look out the window. Okay. So, wow. Very slow price action. Very, very slow. So no trigger in mini S&P yet. Yeah, it's just ahead of those numbers. It's gonna be a little chaotic here. You know what I'm thinking? Let's put the stop in RTY at break even. If you have not done so, let's put the stop at break even in RTY. If you have not done so, stop break even in RTY. We already hit target 1. The break even is 1953. We have a low of 1953.2 as it shows on the chart right now. So push the stop up. from 43 to 53. I don't know. It's kind of like a really choppy market. Very choppy. No, I did not cancel. Steve, I did not cancel. Yeah, Dan, I wonder if that's a shake and bake or if institutions are going to buy it or what the case may be in oil. We have numbers in 15 minutes. Like I said, we don't have any technical pattern to really react on. Well, I'm going to tell you something what's probably going to happen. 87 is the bottom line. If we break below 87, and we're about 80 points from that area, if we break 87, 87 is kind of like a last shelf of support. We're going to 80. 80 is the next support. So we have $7 to the downside room. Hey, Riaz, have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Any cheesecake tonight? Any cheesecake tonight? All right, so S&P is still in play. We have not triggered yet the 4201. And we are going to have a stop at 4180. If the price is going to break below 4180, then we would cancel the trade. Okay, good call on RTY. We're out of RTY, out of RTY. So we hit half the size at 60, half the size at break even. If you guys are still in YM, I highly suggest you look at the 15-minute and actually, you know, kind of have a stop into the 220 area. 220 area. If you still want to keep it 220, I know some of you guys do an AON, all or nothing, into targets. Okay, so just a heads up on that. All right, now we're waiting for ES to trigger. I'm curious what's going to happen with oil. Just keep this in mind. It's not a trade, but if oil breaks 87, it's going to do a swing to 80, probably into the end of the week. I wanted to show you the grind in the Dow since the open. Pull back, hold support, held support, following the CPI numbers, and grinding higher with a higher low, and it's doing a 2-minute rotational pattern here. So if it trades a little bit over 65, it's going to start catching some power all the way back into the 80. But not a trade. Not a trade. Yeah, I think that we're gonna start canceling ES soon, but just wait a bit. Yeah, if the volume is thin, it means that the volume is thin. Not a lot of participants today. Still holding that 80. You know what? Let's cancel ES. We have 10 minutes into the prime time trigger time, so that's going to be interesting. And oil inventory numbers. S&P is trading right on support here at 41.79 to 41.75. It triggered a 1H sell, so it should come back into the 70s. We still have a lot of support, but we'll see. All right, so now we wait. We may still have one more trade up our sleeve if things are going to start setting up. All right, so on watch, we still have a mini S&P, fairly strong. NASDAQ is a little bit weaker. Yeah, Pamela, S&P broke the opening range. It held it so nicely. It held it so nicely. But let's see if this is going to be a forced sell and then buy by institutions. We're still holding the range in RTY, beautiful range in RTY. RTY a lot stronger. You can see the relative strength in RTY and also in YM. NASDAQ, we've noticed that it is a little bit weaker from the open. We have Disney that opened up right into resistance and started to sell off. Hey, Jared, heavy buy tick data just starting to show up. I'm afraid that there may be one of those, you know, forced sell by institutions so they could grab more. It may be the case that a lot of times they do that when they don't have enough contracts or shares. If they're trading stocks, what they do is they're the ones that are selling. So forcing the market to go down and then to rotate and take the market back up. Yeah, yes. Exactly. Yes, Jared, right on. All right, now we have less than 10 minutes to oil inventory numbers, and we're already getting a little short squeeze rotation. I'm not touching it, FYI. Not touching it. It's way too close to the oil inventory numbers. Not playing with fire. Let's just watch. You're getting anxious. Yes, time will tell. Time will tell. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're already seeing a rotation here. So this is, again, a rotation that is happening within a range. So I don't like to trade those. I either trade the breakout or the breakdown. Especially in this context. Yes, 4 minutes to go, less than 4 minutes to go to 10:30 prime time trigger time. In a trending market, this is a very important timing. For example, we may have an early entry. I don't know if I'm going to do it. M&E S&P. I'm kind of like was watching the Dow now. Dow is setting up beautifully on the 5 minute, but S&P not too bad either. RTY is sort of like the Dow, so they're stronger, but they're not going to have like really good patterns. For example, the trigger patterns, but S&P does have a nice 15 minute. See, S&P is lining up for this 15 minutes, just screaming. Yes, Abdul, exactly. S&P is just lining up. 91 or 92 for the entries, the stop 77. But not now. Don't take it now. It's not a trade. It's just what I'm watching, the parameters that I'm watching. This is going to come fast. It's probably going to be into in about 3 minutes. NASDAQ is also setting up as well. But this time, because they're more in a power mode, RTY and YM, they may just continue. Few minutes into trigger, possibly. Nice long bottoming tails, show some buying already stepping up and coming in. We have less than 20 seconds. Already 5 minute rotations, very aggressive in RTY and YM. So I'm going to keep these on a 5 minute. These are going to go strong. but we don't have really good buys in them again. So I don't want to risk anything into these trades. Okay, here we go. It's 10:30. We have oil inventory numbers. Just watch oil, how it's reacting here. And S&P again. S&P is going to be, I would like to say 91 by 76, or I should do, don't get it yet. Don't get it yet. Could be 91.50 to 92. There's also a scalp opportunity here in S&P, and that's what I'm watching. That could be with a tighter stop, but let's see if the momentum holds the 86. We could have like 91. We could have like 91 by 86, but let's just watch it for now. I love these times where we're stalking and trying to find the trade. Thank you so much, Green Trades, for the update. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know what to do here with the S, because the trigger would be 91.5 by 77. I'm just gonna type it in. I'm not putting it in yet. It's gonna be 91, so 41.91, and the stop 41.77. I'm not releasing targets yet. First target is going to be into 4,200, so that's a given. And then the rest of the targets that we have talked about all day. Okay, I'm putting my order in. Ugh. Oh, decisions. There is a small layer of resistance between 91 and 92. It's a really small layer of resistance. So that's why I kept on going back and forth. Is it going to be 91 or is it going to be 92, the one that is going to trigger? But anyways, I got it. It's 91. Oh, okay. See, the 5-minute already triggered. But it's into this inflection point right here between 90 and 92. So that's why I was going like 91, 92. It's definitely going to catch a bid over 92. But anyways, so 91 is my entry, everybody. 91. Okay. We are almost there. We're at 90.25. YM may be a go here again. Maybe 32 to 33 with the stop 75. I'm just going to stick with S&P right now. All right. Order filled. Hope everybody's order was filled. I know it's a thin market. Okay, here's 92. I feel a whole lot better. Here's the 92. We're looking for the whole number between 98 and 4,200 is target 1. Wow, Russell, incredible strength. This is, and just to let you guys know, like I'm playing super cautious today. I played super cautious yesterday, just grab some money and be done. Because even though the market suggests that it should have velocity to the upside and it should be bought, there is some stall because there is no momentum, and the no momentum comes from the fact that the news was already priced in on the big pop that we had, for example, here in NASDAQ. What you guys see in NASDAQ happen all across the board. Okay, so you guys can see it here. So it's already priced in. And right now the market is digesting. Now, just letting you guys know, if this thing should happen in the afternoon, if we should get a breakout, for example, in S&P over 4201, we should start going. Okay, we should start going, but right now we're still into the stall of momentum. We're still at the core of the range throughout the indices. You can see that RTY is already at the top of the range. It has relative strength because it already reached this peak. We have relative strength in the Dow because it already broke above the range. It is already trading above, made a slight high above the 10 a.m. high, and right now just holding really well, and it's trending. Also one of the weakest indices today was NASDAQ. Okay. So my advice to all of you guys that are trading futures, just don't have a favorite and see what is in play that day. Because for example, RTY today and YM delivered a whole lot more than the mini S&P or even NASDAQ did. And I know that sometimes you may not have trigger points, or you may not have really clear setups that are lining up in those more, the most powerful in the most powerful indices, but just wait and see if there is another, for example, the runner-up that is, kind of like trying to set up. Okay, we have a high of 95 in S&P. We're already about 4 points up right now. No change in the trail, very slow momentum, really low volume. Just want to show you something very quickly here. So this is my multi-time frame of the mini S&P, and you guys look at the volume here. Yesterday was low volume, Monday was lower than we had on Friday, and the volume keeps going down. Okay, volume keeps going down. One of the things that I wanted to show you guys here is that this 30-minute is going to hold the key here, because this is a nice 1-2 pull back, still very extended from support. That means that the price action really didn't tap into a lot of support because it found buyers before that. But the key level to watch is going to be 99. So 99 to 4,200. Again, it needs to trade above the 99 to 4,200. This 30-minute is going to hold the key. Wanted to show you that the momentum was anticipated. What happened in the trading session today, we had a breakout that happened at 1 o'clock in the morning. You can see that we had a fairly beautiful range in S&P, and we have been running higher. Also on the 1-hour chart, just wanted to show you why we are so, let's say, tired. The price action is tired right now. We had a nice bull flag breakout or breakout pattern that happened at 41.40, and we have this beautiful move to the upside that happened before the market opened, right when we had the numbers come in. We're holding fairly strong right here. You can see that we had a decision bar from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, we put in some lows here, but we haven't taken out yet these 10 a.m. highs. So the 10 a.m. highs are right into a whole number. Now, let me remind you that this whole number, if you look, for example, at this pattern, we are trading exactly the highest high that we had in May. On May 31st was actually 4202.25, right where I'm holding my cursor, right here. So let me just grab my cursor. You guys can see it a whole lot better. Here it is. All right. So the highest high here was 4202.25. The fact that we have been basing here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, guys. And today we had the biggest power bar within the last few days, because the last time we had a really nice momentum was literally at the end of July. So what we're doing and what the price action is doing here is digesting this cluster. And once we're going to start breaking above this very, very high. So that's 42.03. Then we are going to start to ignite higher. So just to recap, the biggest triggers that we're going to be looking for, number one, we're going to be looking for a high over 99. And then we're going to be looking for 4,200 and 42.03. These are the problem areas. And if the price is going to break above these levels, it's really going to start going. Okay. And it does have a lot of room to go. Like I said, it does have a lot of room to go. So for example, in here, I would suggest, just, going into the 42.80, that 42.80. So it has like about 80 points from that whole number area. And that is also good for a swing, for example. I'm not going to take a swing, but it would be good for a swing. Not calling a swing today. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know my thoughts on the mini S&P because we are in that trade. All right, so let's see. Hugo is, I hope that's not a picture of me looking out the window. Okay. Oh, you're an S&P. Gotcha. Awesome. Yes, 5-minute sandwich, Harish, exactly. 5-minute sandwich in the mini S&P. If it hops over 250, then it's most likely going to go back into the 70, baby steps and into the high. Baby steps into the high. All right, so we had a high 96.75. We're holding above these MAs, so this is pretty encouraging right here. We have a low of 92. Our entry is 91. Hey, Hugo, is it total or nada? Total or nada to 80? To 80. By the way, the entry that we have right now, in case, you have a larger risk tolerance, you can keep it as a swing if you wish. You can keep it as a swing if you wish, because we have a really substantial stop in it. We have a high 97.5. First target is 4,200. I'm going to scale a little bit out into the 4,200. And the reason for that is not that I don't believe that it's going to go higher. I'm just going to scale out half. It's just that every time when it hit the 4,200, it pulled back into 4,200, it pulled back into the 4,200, pulled back into 42, pulled back. So now this is going to be another test into the 4,200. Hey, Lady Juliana. Or is it Juliana? Is it Juliana or Juliana? Juliana? All right, we have another high. Let's see what oil is, just all over the place. Let's watch oil under 87. Yikes, I don't like this pattern. It's just so messy. Yeah, under 87 oil, but I don't like the risk level here. It's really way too wide. But under 87 oil can definitely start coming in. I'm just going to put an alert. I'm not going to take it, not going to take it. This is just a simple alert. Just to remind me that if it trades below 87 and it can move lower. Come on, S&P. We don't have all day. See, there are days when we're literally glued for for an hour and 15 minutes. And it's like we're complaining because, like, oh my gosh, we work too much. Seriously. It's like when you go to the dentist, right? You want to go like once and be done, right? You don't want to hear that drilling sound in your mouth. Same with trading. You want to have one trade and done. You don't want to be going back to the dentist every hour or 8 hours a day. Yeah, that's kind of a little bizarre, Peter. I find that a little bizarre, but I'm happy because I am in natural gas. Where are you at? Where are you in the Gulf Shores? Where are you in the Gulf Shores? The money mantra. Remind me of Duel on Friday. I want to set up the money mantra again. We should do the money mantra soon. Okay, we have a high 85.5. Yes, we got to do the money mantra again. The last time when we did it, like I missed sessions. So this time I'm going to set up a different room and, where we can log in. Yes, let's do that. Laura, please remind me on Friday. We're going to schedule that. you have a reignited passion for trading, Dan. Okay, we're 2 ticks away from that frickin' 4,200. Come on, you could do it. You could do it. I have my order in already, guys. Just to let you guys know, I have half of my size already ready to take it out. Now, I want you guys to know that we talked about it earlier. If you're trading with a small account, you could take it all out at 4,200, or if you're trading with only one contract, okay, take it all out. Take it all out. Or at 4,201, let's be greedy. 4,201, I don't know. Should we do 4,201? So you guys can have like 10 points into it. Should we do that? Tracy? Oink, oink. Okay. Really? 99.5? Really? Is that all we can do? S&P? Google, I think it's time for you to call CME and tell them that we want 4201 and then we want 4210. Okay, reminder of targets, 4,200, or if we go oink, oink, it's going to be 4,201, 4,206, 4,210. And of course, it can really run higher than that. Why do we have to have a slow market when we have the open house? Like, why? And it's always like, hey, Tracy, I love that. And it's always like, you're always having the worst market environment when you have an open house. Seriously, it's a given. It's a given. You're going to see on Friday, probably we're going to be done in 10 minutes. Come on, market. Hey, Jared, that's good. Well, you know what? Losing is part of the game, Richard. So don't think that I'm winning all the time. I have losses. Yeah, I have losses. Don't think that, like, oh my gosh, I'm, only winning in trades. No, of course I have losses. There's no such thing as, having only winners, especially in day trading, When you're investing is different, because if you have like a really, wide time horizon, yes, you could do it. You could have like all winners, right? Check your stocks like 20 years from now. Well, yeah, of course. Come on, S&P. See, even the Dowski has slowed down a little bit here. Russell, oh my gosh, Uncle Russell is just so super powerful. Yep, Jared, I am so jealous right now of RTY, but hey, you know what? I'm playing safe. There's a doji on the 5-minute right here. Low of doji is 95. I'm thinking like small accounts, or those of you guys that are trading with only one contract, to lock in 95. Okay, to lock in 95. So S&P small accounts or one contract. Lock in, meaning trail, 41.95. And then probably if we snap over, let's see if we get that 4201. 4201. Come on. Wow, new high in RTY. Take a look. Awesome. YouTube, Peter. Everybody's such a great trader on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok, the TikTok traders. They're all awesome. Okay, Hugo, I don't know what you're doing, but you should be calling the CME right now. You should be on the phone with them. We demand 4201. Oink oink. Hey Tracy, you're done. Great job. What can I say? Amazing. I love it when you guys make money. I love it even more than when I make money. Seriously. All right, so we have that 95 locked in. I'm still watching to see if here's the problem. If we go below 95, I think 90, let's all of us lock in trail 95. Better to have a little freaking small piece of the pie than no pie at all, right? Okay, let's do the 95 because I wanted to show you something. Excuse me. Remember I was telling you guys about the 30 minutes? So we could see this topping here. So the high is 98. So I said, we need to see that 99. Here's the 99. So step one of the process, check mark. Okay, so we're done. So step one, done. But at this point, we want to make sure that we can stay above it, because if we're going to get a little bit shaky ground, and if the price is going to fall below 95, guess what's going to happen? This whole entire range, right? Because you could see whole number, rejection, whole number, rejection, whole number, rejection, whole number. Like, we don't know. Is this going to be the time when it's going to break out? Pamela was mentioning it here. Is this going to be the time? Is the third time going to be the charm, or rather the fourth time? Okay. Hey, Jim, you got to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Chicken. I'm fine with chicken. I'm fine. I'm fine if we chicken out and take out 95. But 95 is the trail stop for everybody right now. 95 should be the trail stop for everybody right now. I'm still seeing like pretty constant momentum right now. And in fact, the 1 minute looks pretty good. We just need to punch through that 4,200. 4,200. Natural gas, yes, Peter, natural gas, rocking and rolling. We called the trade yesterday in natural gas at $7.92. Excuse me. We have targets at $8, $8.15. It's getting very close to $8.10. Tammy, fulcrum. Yes, absolutely, Tammy. There is a fulcrum at 4,200. We need to break it. We need to break above it. So how you guys like it in the TOL room? Is there anything else that you would like to improve? Anything that you like? Anything that you don't like? Just feel free to type it in here. Aw, hey, April. Hi, Jared. No BS. Hey, Stan, can you explain the 5-minute rotation? Yes, I will explain. As soon as we're out, as soon as we exit the S&P trade, I'm going to explain it. Because I need to show you when I don't want to miss. I want to make sure that my order gets filled. And also, okay. And also to the trail, so I need to pay attention. But yes, I will explain it. Hey, green trades, you like my energy? How can you not be energetic and love it and be high energy when you're making money and when you're in the market every day? Hey, Tim, of course. Thank you. You are going to make me learn English. Awesome. Hey, Hugo, you can translate here. Or I can learn Spanish. My Spanish is not good at all, so I learned a little bit in school, but mostly I perfected my Spanish and conversation skills in telenovelas. Seriously, I had a period of time when I was like literally watching telenovelas like crazy. Okay. So we have 99.25 still for the high. Hey, Jared, you can really tell that you're in it for the traders. Today proves it because of the low volume. Yes, we're in it. We're in the trenches right here. Most others would have already told you to go do something else. No, we're not leaving money on the table. We're not leaving money on the table. Denise, a lot of orders at 32.00. You mean the 42? 42? Yeah, got it. Aw, Pamela. I love it. You're making money. Yeah, baby, 4,200. Okay, at 42.01, those of you that have small accounts or trading with one contract, you could take it off the table, or you could still keep the trail stop at 41.95 if you wish to go higher. Oh, I know, Jim. It's like 42.01. Come on. All right, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. 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 Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Time to go. Time to go. All right. We have 42.06 for the target. We're 2 points away from 06. One more point to target 2.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, 'cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, 'cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
All right, everybody. Okay. We are literally 3 ticks away. We are 3 ticks away. Hope everybody's having a good time. 2 ticks away. Boom. We got it, guys. We got the 10s. Now things are going to get frothy here. If you still want to follow along, we're going to apply trail stop. So at this point, we're into the last lot by trailing. So if you want to trail a little bit tighter, then your trail stop is going to come fairly quickly in about 30 seconds. I will let you guys know, but it looks like the trail stop is going to be 07 right now for the continuation of the trades. Remember that we're in a macro resistance level. This is going to be high pressure. Remember, I told you guys that 12 through 15. So actually 10, 12, and 15 are going to be super high pressure. Okay. So things may start pulling back, but we're going to start and continue trailing at this point. Okay, Hugo, awesome. Hugo did target into 300 or 320, I think. Awesome, good job. Awesome. This is a phenomenal day today. Started off kind of choppy. We have target. We have target at 12, target at 12 hit as well. Target at 12. We have 12.15, and possibly, wow, we are right into here. So guys, if you want to be done for the day, this is it. You got 12. Awesome. If you guys want to trail, you can trail 10, trail 10. Do not let it go below 10. Trail 10, and we're done. We're done, guys. We trail 10. Beautiful. All out, 42.10. All right, 42.10. That's really awesome. All right, everybody out. 42.10, really nice. Sometimes you get the market to work for you. This is really sweet. All right, cool job. All right, so not only that, but we have a really nice winner right here. So we took some profits into natural gas and nice pullback right here. Remember, the price cannot stay extended longer periods of time from its MAs. And you can see here it's trailing off the 10 EMA. So we have target 1 that is hit in natural gas. This is beautiful right here. And we have next target into 15, not quite there yet, but and no change in trail. Remember, no change in trail. Just let it all out. We caught the beautiful momentum. Robert, oh my gosh, thank you. Best room I have been in. Wow, thank you so much. Lori, time to go for a swim. I'm so jealous. I wish I could go for a swim right now. Okay, awesome. All right, some things that I want you guys to consider right now. This was the bigger breakout momentum that we had in all the indices. And I think the momentum is not going to stall here, and it's not going to stop here, because I think that we are still going higher. We're still going higher. Okay. These are some 2-minute sandwiches because we had a slowdown in momentum and the price has reached a lot of resistance throughout the indices. So let me check this out here. So, oh, wow. We still have resistance in YM, but we have achieved macro resistance. So this is massive resistance into the mini S&P. We have reached velocity resistance, but also if NASDAQ is going to start breaking above 85, then we have room to 419. And we're into the clear pretty much in RTY here. Wow, RTY, what a massive move. RTY looks very good for a continuation higher. Like I said, it has room to 2000 and 2010, actually. It's a beautiful move. No, we don't have an entry right now in natural gas. No re-entries, please. No re-entries. All right, so let's review, and then I'm going to take questions. I know I have a question that I need to explain about a 5-minute rotation. Okay. You'll love to have me as your next door. We should definitely go for coffee, Peter. We should definitely go for a coffee. Okay. All right, so let's get into some 15-minute and let's explain the market and let's see what I see for the rest of the day today. And also yuck. Oh, this is like yuck. Yeah, we're going to talk about this as well. Okay, so we're going to start with the Dow, right? This is the 15-minute Dow around this time of day. And by the way, the door is closing right now at 11:15. Don't worry, it's not for the trading room. No, the door is closing for the opportunity for a massive continuation higher. The strong momentum continues from in a trending market from 10:30 to 11:15 for the morning. And then, you can expect a lot of pullbacks from that point on. So from this point on, from 11 o'clock or 11:15 or even 11:30, I like to look at 15-minute charts. So for example, if we're getting a pullback around, I don't know if you still want to trade. I don't like to trade because you can see that I have all my energy channeled into the first hour or into the first 2 hours, actually an hour and a half. That's when I pull my money out of the market, or that's when I have a losing trade. I mean, either or, right? But the most important thing that I win more times than I lose. I have a batting average that is over 80% overall throughout the years, over 80%. So that means that I'm making 80% of the time money, and I'm only losing 20% of the time. That means that 80% of my trades are winning trades and only 20% are losing trades. Okay, so yeah, I have a really good batting average for that. And that is because I follow the directional bias of the market. I follow precisely the trigger times. I follow the pattern trading, and I follow high momentum and high velocity. And this is what I follow for my trades. Okay, so what do we see further on for the rest of the day today? Should you want to watch the market, or if you would like to hear my analysis for the rest of the day? Like I said, we have reached a massive, you can see it right here. Let me just go in a little bit and just make it thicker so you guys can see it right better. You can see it better now. All right, so you can see here that it says, let me just put it on edit so you can see it. It says minor resistance from a macro level. So that means that it's massive, right? That it's massive, and it's coming from a really higher authority. It's coming from a really higher time frame. So you guys can see it really strong here. Oh, and by the way, guys, I think that I'm not going to download my let's see how on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to do it on YouTube, because if I just realized that I couldn't resist, so I put that happy song, and they're going to block it. So they're going to block it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to load it in Vimeo and then see if you guys see it over there. We're going to see if they're going to allow us to share it that way. Okay. Like I said, I don't have the rights to broadcast music. I'm not a DJ, and I don't have any rights to do that. I'm a trader. Okay. All right. So just letting you guys know that we're going to try a different format. Yes, I will try to load it up I'm going to try to load it up to YouTube, but I'm not sure that they were going to allow it. So I'm going to do the Vimeo in any case. So, all right. So what I see going on for the rest of the day today, definitely continuation higher in YM. YM has the possibility to continue higher into the 33,430 at least. So it still has some juice in it because the S&P has reached this massive resistance level into the 12. I mean, you cannot make that up. You guys can see this level right here. This was from Monday, right? This was from Monday in here, this level. You guys saw it yesterday. It was here. We talked about the same level. View the recording from yesterday. We talked about the same resistance level. And in fact, we talked about the 89, and we talked about the 42.12 level. I'm not making things up. I just want to show you. I'm going to put my cursor over here. Okay. And I'm going to show you exactly where the price landed, right? So I want you guys to see it right here. This represents the high, okay? So I want you guys to tell me and type it in. Where did the price go? Can you guys see it? All right, this is the high over here. Do you see it? 42.12. Do you guys see where we have the level? 42.12. You cannot make this up. This was here yesterday, was here on Monday. These are levels based on which algos trigger institutional traders trade, right? And that's how we trade with laser sharp precision. You guys see that when I'm trading, I'm not winging the entries. Like I said yesterday, when I have an entry for my trade, I have a precise entry. Then I have a precise stop. Then I have precise targets. You can see that these are institutional levels based on which a lot of programmers, a lot of institutional traders are programming. No, and it's not your programmer that programs an algo or programs some kind of software or a new indicator in their basement, right? Because there are companies that are designed for marketing. They're designed to sell you like all of these indicators. I'm not saying that they're bad, but you're never going to learn how to trade like an institutional trader and pull the money out the easy way and stress-free. In any kind of market environment, you got it. You got it. I'm not going to say it out loud, but yes, that's one of the companies. Like literally, that's all they do. They live off inventing stuff, putting it out there, so somebody could buy it in the hopes that they can make money. If they had, I'm gonna ask you guys this. If I tell you that, for example, I'm gonna give you and I'm gonna teach you a system, but you're gonna have to watch, and I'm gonna give you access to 5,000 videos. Okay, so I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to teach you how to trade, but you're going to have to watch 5,000 videos and buy 17 indicators. And wait, there's more. I'm going to keep on popping up indicators, but every single week I'm going to come up with a new indicator. Okay, are you going to buy that program? Or what if I told you I'm going to teach you how to trade pure price action? Just like an institutional trader from Goldman Sachs or Bank of America or Morgan Stanley. Okay, what would you do? Would you rather say, hey, you're just going to watch one class, or would you rather watch 5,000 videos and 17 indicators? Okay. Yes. Oh, I was sucked into the indicators when I first started trading. I was sucked into indicators. Indicators are going to delay your learning process. Okay, they're going to delay your learning process because you're going to be focused on what? You're going to be focused on the indicator instead of being focused on analyzing the market. Right? So that's not going to do anything for you. You're going to follow blindly an indicator that somebody created just to make money off the indicator. Do you think that if I would come up right now with an indicator, that is really good or really reliable and is producing me an income, why would I develop a second one? I would just perfect the one that I already have. Exactly. And charts look like spaghetti. Charts look like spaghetti. I know. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So this is what I think the market is going to do. Okay. This is what I think the market is going to do. It's not that I think, because I don't think. So here's and I know it may seem bizarre, but I tell it to my students and I tell it to my traders all the time. When you're trading, please don't think. Don't think. When you see a pattern that is obvious, you take the trade. That's it. You take the trade. When you see a pattern that is so striking that you can't resist the thought of not taking it, then that is a trade worth taking, right? And all you have to do from that point is define your entry, define your stop, define your target, and that's it. You're done, okay? Even in a crappy environment. Yesterday, let's face it, the environment sucked. And we still pulled money out, right? We still pull money out. It was like about, I don't know, in oil, I think it was like 35 or 40 cents, right? We pulled some money out from NASDAQ, right? From natural gas swing yesterday, we made today over 10 cents. Oh my gosh, this is like phenomenal, right? This is incredible. Okay, so we pull money out today. How many trades did we have today? I think we had like 5 trades. We had 5 trades. Out of 5 trades, 1 stopped. Out of 5 trades, 1 stopped. I mean, what does that tell you about the win ratio, right? And we had a really nice home run with the mini S&P. We had a really nice home run, 19 points in mini S&P, right? Okay, so bottom line is that you need to follow the market. You need to follow what the market is telling you. Yeah, I know it's the biggest amount of trades that we have done in a really long time. And that is because we had a really strong pattern and we had a continuation pattern. Now, if you guys recall what I mentioned yesterday is that the money is still to the upside, right? The money is still to the upside. So when we started the trading session yesterday, even though it was like horrendous, right? Because the price action was horrible. And for example, when you have ranges in the market, there are ranges that are highly tradable and there are ranges that suck, right? Yesterday was a perfect example of ranges that suck because we didn't know, we didn't have that information whether the price is going to gain velocity. But today the price was trading above bullish, above bullish, above bullish, above. In fact, you can see here, right? It was trading above the velocity. So that was really good. All right, can the market continue higher? Yes, absolutely. So watch the pre-market game plan again, when we're going to send you guys the recording and see how it's going to play out. Okay, now I had a question about the purple lines and about the green lines. These are levels that I will teach you how to trace. And you can have the same precise laser precision. So I'm not talking about mini S&P. You can see here we have a level of 384.5 where it says the high velocity. Take a look at the high right here that we have. We have 382.75, tomato, right? So we had a high of 82.75 and we have a level here at 84.75. It didn't reach like it did the mini S&P, and that was because it had a little bit of relative weakness into that point. But how amazing is this? For example, in Russell, take a look at this level right here. We have macro confluence resistance right here. We have a high of 51.3. We have a macro level 51.5. Would you like to trade with this precision? Okay. Yes, we do, Robert. We do. We've already passed $2 million in funding. $2 million in funding we've passed. Yeah. We set these. There is no source. I'm the only source. You're not going to find them anywhere on the internet. Okay. So I'm the source. We teach them in our Power Income Futures day trading course. And we teach you how to trace these levels in day 5, because you need to go through all 5 days, because the 5-day buildup is taking you to the level where you learn how to trace these levels. Okay. All right. So I told you guys there was a question in here that asked me about a 5-minute rotation, and I want to address that. A 5-minute rotation means when you're getting a 5-bar pullback. So for example, I'm going to trace it in here for you guys, or let's see if we have it, if we have some. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is not really like a classic pullback, but it's a nice classic pullback. So when you have a high, and then you have red, either a stall momentum. This is a bear sandwich, by the way. It's coming into the 10 EMA. So you need to have a pullback into a support level, whether it's a 10 EMA, 20 SMA, whether it's minor support that it's around the 4,000 level again. So a rotation is when you're having a pullback into a support level, and then you're having a rotational pattern. So you're definitely going, green to red. And of course, here you have the one, typically you get a you get a 3 to 5 bar pullback. So that is a pullback. That is considered a healthy pullback, because if you're having just a 1 bar pullback, that's not a pullback. That is just a 1 bar retracement, which is nothing. So you need to have at least 3 to 4 bar pullback. And then again, here, you're waiting for a rotation. You're waiting for the green to take out the high of the red. You're waiting here, for example, the green to take out the high of the red. That didn't happen. So sometimes you get a rotation green to green. So you're finally getting the green taking out the prior high right here, which is the buy, which is the rotational point. We also teach this in our course. We actually teach 10 trading strategies. This is part of the rotational strategy, or the buy. The buy strategy is used almost 90% of the time in trading. So it's it's super used, especially in trending markets, but even in non-trending markets, it's sometimes used. You can use it for climactic trades. You could use it for counter trend trades. You could use it for trend trades. You could use it for scalping. You could use it pretty much for everything. It's very versatile. And once you learn how to apply it, you're going to make a lot of money. And that is the pattern that we have been trading today. And today we traded breakouts and we traded the rotational pattern. It sets up, and you can use it whether you're day trading, swing trading, or investing. It's actually really a really powerful tool. All right. So I'm going to go through and answer some of your questions in here. Can you expand the S&P chart so we can see the chart better? Of course, I can do that for you. I'm going to do it. Take a snapshot. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Let me just zoom it in so you can see it with the levels. Okay, here it is. Is that good, Ascendra? You can take a snapshot, because I am going to take it back to the screen watch. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so let's restore the cells. All right, let's see what other questions we have. And if I've missed your question, can you please retype it in here so I don't have to scroll all the way? Eileen, why do you not trade options? I don't really like to trade options because to me, options is more of a guessing game, especially with the expiration. And this is really not a great market to do that. I sometimes trade options, for example, in stocks that were pricey, in stocks that, for example, like, I don't know, like Tesla, for example, right? So like Tesla, but there's not going to be a reason to do Tesla after the split, right? But it's an $800 stock, $800 to $900 stock. All right. Let's see what else. Hey, Tammy, how did you come up with 40? I just explained it. These are, you would have to take the course, because I explained it in the course how you trace it. It's not that easy. So you need to have the full 5-day course. And on day 5, we actually get into the tracing of these institutional levels. I would gladly explain it to you, but it takes me 5 days to explain it. Yeah, it takes me 5 days to explain it. I don't like to mention brokers. Everybody's on their own. To me, they don't provide mic. They don't. I don't have the same functionality that I have for the Thinkorswim. So I'm not affiliated in any way in Thinkorswim. They're not paying me to use it, by the way. Okay. I'm not getting any kind of affiliate discount or anything like that. Nothing. I don't even think they do that. Charles, what's your advice if you would join the 5-day online course, but you're on a 12-hour ahead? Where are you at? Ahead of Eastern time. Where are you at, Charles? We have traders from all over the world. Malaysia. Okay, we actually have students from Malaysia and Singapore. And you can view the recordings if you cannot make it to the live event. And we have mentoring sessions every month that are going to be available until February. And you could actually start coming in. And if you have any additional questions, I can work one-on-one with you if the course is not, really self-explanatory. One thing that I wanted, we could talk more about the course tomorrow. I don't want to, bore you guys, but the course literally is a no homework course. So all you have to do is listen to me. I'm going to drill the information in your head every single day and every single month. Okay. So there's no homework for you. All you have to do is show up for the course. Just don't have any open browsers. We're going to spend about 2.5 hours together every single day, where you're going to get a lot of information that is going to get poured into your head and drilled into your brain, the same way the information was drilled into my head, because it worked. And if it worked on me, it's going to work on you. And yes, Phyllis is right. We provide free retakes. So I highly recommend, once you take the course, don't say, oh, I took the course, I'm done. No, please come to all the retakes, because the course is really, really, really a lot to take in the first time around. So you're probably going to absorb, I don't know, 30%, 40%, but then in 10 days, you're going to forget 20%, right? And then you come in until you get on track. Yes, we can fund Canadians. We can fund anybody in the world. Anybody in the world. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. TradeStation is a good platform if you like to use it, no problem. So you can use TradeStation. I have tried to use TradeStation. It's a little bit harder to set up, and I mean, I like the ease of trading, and you may not have some bells and whistles with TradeStation as well. They don't have certain things that TD Ameritrade has. Jerry, TD Ameritrade charges commission. That's because it's a really good platform. It's not a really high commission, and you guys see what kind of trades we do here in the room. So if you average out in a trade, for example, I mean, you can see we had a 19-point trade today. We had in S&P, we had a 7-point trade into RTY, right? So we had some really, really fantastic trades, right? We had another trade for about 8 points in S&P. So we're literally talking about points where, let's say 1 point in S&P, right? Think about it, is $50, and a commission is $3, and I think you're going to start with $3.15 commission per trade. Now, if you're using micros, things are different. If you're using full size, I highly recommend Thinkorswim. If you're using micros, you may want to, look into a different platform. What I find that works for a lot of traders is that you can still use the Thinkorswim platform. You can have my layout, because I'm sharing it with everybody that is a permanent member in the trading room. So you have my layout. You don't have to, think it's like, oh my God, that's a big deal. Having a really good, reliable platform layout is a really big deal, because it allows you to find trades. It allows you to see what the market is doing. But the reality is that exactly, so that's about $5 for micros. So that may be a little bit steep. So here's what you can do. You could still have the Thinkorswim platform with the levels, with everything that you have on. And just execute on your platform. If you don't like For example, Interactive Broker, again, their charting sucks, but they're a really good platform. And I think, and the commissions are way lower, I think, than TradeStation. So that is, so the reality is that if you're trading micros, switch to a different platform that has lower commissions, but you can still use, I don't use Fidelity. I use it for long-term trades, retirement accounts, stuff like that, but that's about the extent of Fidelity. But what I do recommend is definitely go with a different route, not with TD Ameritrade, because they, you know, you have really high commissions. Okay, you have really high commissions. I have traders in the room that trade micros off Thinkorswim, no problem. Okay, but if you think, if you're not in my trading room to generate, you know, the kind of returns that we are, then you may consider a different platform. If you're more into scalping, if you're more into different style of trading. Yeah, so I think I answered that question with Interactive Brokers. Yes, Interactive Brokers, they offer great commissions, but the charting sucks a little bit. But if you're in the trading room, you should not worry, because you could have you have this screen that you're seeing right now in front of you. So you have the levels and everything. So you don't use, you're not going to use the charting as much. But if you want to trade on your own, you have to have some really good charting. Yes, I agree. Difficult platform to use. I have traders that use Tastyworks. Tastyworks is good. Yeah, charts not so much, but execution is really good on Tastyworks. TradeViket, yes. Yes, that's really good, Denise. Thanks for bringing that up. That is not bad either. Again, when it comes to execution, there are a lot of platforms that are really fast and really have really good commissions, but sometimes these platforms really lack a versatility in charting and, you know, tracing the levels and seeing the price action and adjusting the charts. Adjusting the charts is a big deal as well. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Can you use Thinkorswim in Canada? No, you can't. You can't. You cannot trade off Thinkorswim in Canada. I have we have a lot of Canadian traders in here, and they're using Ninja, and they're some of them are using Ninja, some of them are using Interactive Broker, I think. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so do your due diligence on the broker. There are different brokers out there. I think one of the most important things for me is to have easy access to my money. I think that's one of the most important things. So make sure that when you open an account, the broker is a really good, reliable broker where you can have easy access to your cash. And I mean, like, today I made profits today. If I want to go buy something, I don't know, I want to take my cash from today and buy, I don't know, buy a new laptop or an iPad or a phone or something, an Apple Watch or something from Best Buy, I could go and use my cash now, this moment, this instant, because I have a Visa card for my day trading account. So I can use that. That is so super cool, because if I want to buy something today and celebrate, right, I could do that. Yeah, it's always going to be, so with Thinkorswim, I think that you're paying for quality. Okay, you're paying for quality. You don't pay any data fee, you don't pay for data feed fees or anything like that. Which funded account do I recommend? We could talk more about that tomorrow, but the most popular one is the 100,000 account. That is the most popular. That is most traders are going for that 100K and the 200,000. These are the most popular. It's kind of like a tie. It's kind of like a tie. When we first opened up when we first opened the doors, we haven't done any advertising whatsoever. We haven't done anything. We haven't sent out any emails, and we're already up to $2 million in funding. So I would recommend, if you want to get used to trading more money, you can always make more money with more money, but you have to respect the rules. Please make sure that you respect your risk unit. So for example, you have a $200,000 account, right? How much are you going to use per trade? If you have a $200,000 account, guys, how much risk are you going to use per trade? Question. You're going to be using exactly 1%. 1%. Yeah, you're going to be using 1% of the account. That's it. And I made it very easy and self-explanatory right here. No, Harish, you don't need to look at the account size that you have. Yeah, look at the account size. Why would you trade micros? Yeah. So, or half a percent. I agree, Doji Man. And sometimes I do use 0.5%. I'm a 1% user. I've always said it. I use 1% of my account per trades. 1%. All right. So we do have separate level accounts. We have the silver account, which is $50,000, and the admission fee is $500. And I want you guys, if you open up with this account, you're going to be using $500 risk per trade, and you position size for that. Oh my gosh, Peter, I've been using it for, I don't even know how many years, but way more than 10 years, way more than 10 years. Gold accounts, $100,000. You have access to $100,000 cash. The audition fee is $1,000, and your risk per trade is going to be $1,000. If you want to listen to me, you're going to make money, and you're not going to blow up the account. You don't want to blow up the account. I don't want you guys to blow up the account. I want you guys to make money. So the platinum account is $200,000, and your audition fee is $2,000. This is actually very popular. Most of the traders, like I would say 90% of the traders, that after we had the launch webinar, because we wanted to record it and have it on our website, opted for this account for $200,000. They opted for this, and then again, your risk per trade is going to be $2,000. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to find out more about this, go to our page right here, Get Funded with TOL. It's going to explain what you need to do. You take the audition, you hit the targets, and then you claim the funded account, and we're going to send you all the information there. Then you're funded, and you start doing the same thing all over again. Okay, the same thing all over again. All right, so when you first sign up, you're going to get put into a demo account, into a simulated account. You got to make 10%. And it doesn't matter whether it's going to take you 3 days or 5 days or 20 days or 100 days or 3 years. It doesn't matter. You need to make your 10%. So go very conservatively about it. Your maximum, your daily loss limit is $2,000. Never go in this territory. Okay. Never go in this territory. Never go there. So for example, if your daily loss limit is $2,000, I would suggest you do 1,500. Okay. Consider it 1,500, and then divide that by 3. If you want to take 3 trades, and if you have 3 strikes, that's $500. Okay. $500 per trade. Don't go near 2,000. The maximum drawdown is going to be $2,500. Once you achieve your 10% gain in your simulated account, you're automatically going to get put into a real account. You're going to get my money. So you're going to start trading live. The split, that the profits is going to be 75 to 25. You're going to receive 75% of what you make, and you're not going to pay anything else per month, right? You don't pay. There's no membership fee. There's nothing. Okay. And you get 75% of the money. I had an email that said, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. We get to keep 25% of what we make. And I'm like, no, you get to keep 75. And that person said, oh my God, this is unreal. Like, yes, it is unreal. You get to keep 75% of the profit. Okay, so you don't need to take the course. The open enrollment is there for you. This is the broker. This is, we're using 8-cap. These are the rules that we have here. And of course, if you go to the bottom of the page, this was launch that we had. This is the webinar that we hosted, and please view it. It has a lot of information. It explains the program. I don't want to sit here because this is an open house for trading. So just to show you how I trade. But I'm pretty sure that you're going to find this very interesting. And if you want to opt in, this is the platform that you're going to be trading. This is the MT5 platform orientation. It's going to show you how to enter trades, how to place stops, exits, etc. No, you cannot use anything else than our broker, which is 8-cap right here, 8-cap, and you're going to be using only this platform. It's the MT5 platform, which is actually a really nice, robust platform. I'm going to show it. Let me share it with you guys in just 1 second right here. And here it is. Okay, so this is the MT5 platform. Okay, so it has a lot of capabilities. One of the things that I wanted to mention is that with this platform, you get to trade stocks, you get to trade futures, you get to trade Forex, and you get to trade cryptocurrencies from one platform over here. So you get to trade all these 4 assets within this broker, within the 8-cap broker, and with our program. Not only that, but you get to day trade, and also you get to swing trade. I don't know a lot of companies out there that allow you to swing trade in a funded account, in a prop account. Okay, but yes, as long as you respect the rules, you are allowed to swing trade. So for example, you know, this is Apple. You can swing trade it or you can day trade it, right? That was the daily chart. This is the 5-minute chart. For example, if you want to trade, I don't know, let's see what else we have here. Okay, cryptos, right? This is the Dogecoin or Dogecoin. Okay, I know there are different pronunciations for this. Anyways, just choose one of your liking. All right, you could trade cryptocurrencies. You could trade Forex, for example, right? You could trade Forex. You see how easy it is? I'm dragging, I'm just clipping my asset, whatever I want to trade from the chart, and I'm pulling it over the chart here. So I'm pulling it from my market watch and I'm pulling it here. Like I said, you could trade stocks. You could trade Luna if you want. Take a look at Luna right here, right? You could trade it if you want. Let's say you want to trade Microsoft, pull it up here, and then you're going to be trading it. Beautiful, by the way, beautiful bullish patterns. And here you have the time frames. It's really an awesome. For example, let's say you want to trade NASDAQ, right? This is NASDAQ for you. You could trade it right here. Okay, you could trade it right here. Same patterns, you can see it. It's beautiful. Okay. No, you will have to, your order entry is going to be different. You could actually view our video and you can see how to enter orders on it. No dome, but you really don't really need a dome. Okay. Is it nice to have a dome? I like to have a dome. I trade off the dome, but with, oh, let me show you again, just really quickly right here. Okay. So if you want to entry order, you just do this. And not only that, but it's better than the dome because you can select whether it's market execution, which I never do or almost never do, but you have a pending order and you either have a buy, sell, whatever you want. You select the size, you select the price, you put in the stop loss, you even can put in the target. When you place the order, you're done. So it's really sophisticated and super, super easy. It's really awesome. Super awesome. Okay. There was a question in here. Hold on a second. Don't think that I'm ignoring your questions, guys. I just there are so many other messages that come in that, let's see. Skip, if you blow up the account, can I reset it or do I lose the account? You lose the account, you have to start all over again. The reset basically is the fee again. So if you have a $50,000 account, you will have to pay the $500 again. Eileen, if you get funded, how do you get the education you need? Well, you can come to us if you want to be educated into trading. If you want to learn how to day trade, you could take our courses or you could take any other courses on the planet. It's up to you. So a funded account gets you into next week's training? No. The funded account is separate. So if you guys want to trade a funded account, you can sign up right now. You go to our website. It's actually right on the home page. You scroll down where you see the funded accounts. You could hop on it right now. You don't have to wait. But it doesn't. The funded account is funded account. Education is totally separate. What is the amount of own capital do you recommend to start trading futures? Never less than $5,000. Never less than $5,000. So $5,000 enough. Does the funded account include the trading room? No, it does not. It's separate. It's just a funded account. It does not get you in the trading room. The trading room is $299 a month, and the price will go up. You guys can see the caliber of the trades. The price is going to go up to $499 a month. But if you sign up, you're going to be grandfathered in. We have not decided on the date yet, but it will be very soon that we're going to raise the prices. All right. Let's see. There was a question about the performance, I think, but I'm not seeing it here. I got to scroll up. Jared, wait until you get back from vacation. Okay, let me just bring the performance up. Okay, let me just share it. I know there was a question about the performance, so I'm just going to talk a little bit. We tapped on it. We actually, talked about it yesterday, but you're going to see it right here. So when you go to our website, which is TradeOutLoud.com, you will, if you scroll under services, let me see if I have a website that is already open here. Yeah. Okay. So let me do this. Okay. All right. So you guys can see it. Okay. So when you go to any of our services, you could either go to the futures trading room, because this is a futures room. We're not going to discuss anything else. I already did discuss the 10-minute rotation. I already did, Dan. Where were you? Listen to the recording. I already did. I explained it at large. Okay. So when we, if you guys are interested, for example, in the performance, futures live trading room, you scroll. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you guys last year, we won the Global FinTech Award. Best financial literacy tool for 2021 is based on performance, education, and services out of 400 companies. Okay. All right. So if you scroll back, if you scroll down, all the way to bottom. Okay. Here you see the, you can view the futures trading performance. Boom, you click on it. Okay. Okay, you click on it and you're going to see, for example, oh, let's start with the tabs here. Okay, let's start with the tabs here. This is public. Okay, this is public. The results are per contract. They're not my results for position sizing. I'm not trading with one contract. Okay, I have a fairly larger position size, and I position size for my trade. So my results are probably 3x, 5x, 10x more than the results that are here. Okay. So these are the results per contract. So for example, S&P, this is the result per contract. If you're position sizing, for example, for more contracts, then obviously you're going to make more money with it. Okay. These are the results per contract. So this is the way they're displayed. And you can see here the performance in 2021, in 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017. Okay. Now, remember, in 2017, you're going to see smaller results, right? You're going to see smaller results. Why that is because we did not have volatility, ladies and gentlemen. The price barely moved in an uptrend, right? It moved in an uptrend, but it was very hard to catch and there was no volatility. Most of the moves that happened were in the overnight and there was very little left for the New York trading session. So we barely, kind of like scrapped what we could from the market. Okay. This is when the trading room started on January 2017. Until then, from 2015, that is in 2015 is actually when we came out with the Power Income Futures day trading course. It was not something that I planned on doing, but I was trading a lot of futures and I had a lot of people that reached out that knew that what I was doing and said, hey, do you have a course for it? And I'm like, I don't have a course for it. So it was a long process until I came out with a course for it. And it's always improving. We're always revising the course. So you're going to see results from 2017 all the way to 2022. In 2018, volatility started to come in, especially into the end of the quarter. The last quarter of the year, volatility really kicked in. 2019, you know how it was pretty cool. 2020 was one of our best years ever. Okay. And then 2021, we matched the 2020 results. And in 2022, we're probably going to match these results or we're going to exceed them. Okay. So for example, when you decide to join the trading room, you're going to have access to a different portfolio. As you can see here on the public one, if you scroll to the very bottom, okay, you're not going to see the August results. Okay. You're not going to see the August results, because we post the August results at the end of the month. Okay, it would be unfair. So, for example, we're in the natural gas trade right now. Don't you think that would be unfair for us to show everybody publicly that we're in a trade in natural gas with the entry, with the stop, with the targets, and with all that stuff, right? And more so, it would be unfair for our traders that pay for membership. So this is for clients only, for members only. Okay, so I hope that helped. All right, so for example, if you go and if you sign up, you're going to have a lot more things that this is more than a performance portfolio. Can you trade natural gas with a small account? The answer is no. Okay. However, Kurt, you can trade natural gas, but not the futures contract. You can trade UNG, and that is the ETF, UNG. So you can trade it in shares versus contracts. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. This is pretty much a wrap for the trading session today. I hope you guys had a really great time. It's almost 12 o'clock. I plan to do these sessions until 11:30, but there were so many questions. All right, so I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate that you guys gave me a chance to show you what we do in the Trade Out Loud Futures trading room and the style that I trade and how I trade. As you guys can see, literally stress-free. It's a really dynamic environment. We don't trade a lot. And this is pretty much our style. Okay, so thanks so much, everybody. I hope you guys have a really fantastic rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow for day 2. Okay, for day 3. I'm sorry, for day 3. Okay, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great one.